Myrmecia, the bulldogs of the ant world. These sharp-sighted and enormous creatures are one of the most fascinating and rewarding species to keep. Their serrated mandibles and powerful stings is what makes these ants such a feared predator. These orange bull ants are called Myrmecia nigrocincta. They are a medium-sized, calm and curious species. Myrmecia nigrocincta forage in trees and bushes. They often search for and prey upon small insects like crickets and caterpillars. I caught 43 queens of this species around 4 months ago, and this queen managed to raise 5 workers from her first batch of eggs. Now they are being housed in a modified Ants Australia nest, with some sand in the bottom to aid their larvae in spinning their cocoons. I decided to add some artificial plants to their outworld to encourage their natural foraging behaviour. It wasn't long before a worker came out of the nest and explored the new terrain. Next up is Myrmecia pilosula, also known as jack jumpers. This small yet highly aggressive species is very defensive of their home, and run out and search for a potential threat if they are aggravated. They get the name jack jumper due to the fact that these ants hop around to avoid predators and to navigate their environment. My colony is doing very well and are raising a healthy amount of brood. They currently have 2 workers, 3 pupae, 4 larvae and 1 egg. The workers are very active hunters and will go and search for a new food source almost every day. The 2 food sources I feed them are crickets and roaches. The largest species I currently have is Myrmecia pyriformis. This 3-centimeter giant isn't as aggressive as the little jack jumpers, but she's just as inquisitive. After failing to keep her previous batch of brood alive, this queen has just recently laid a new batch of 8 eggs. All Myrmecia are semi-claustral, so they must be fed a constant supply of honey, and the larvae need lots of protein. This Myrmecia simillima queen is a little bit smaller than the previous queen, but she is much more defensive of her nest. These deep red-coloured bull ant species have underdeveloped wings. This makes it very hard to differentiate between workers and queens. A few months ago, she ate her batch of eggs, probably due to stress. Hopefully, she will lay another batch of eggs soon, as we are creeping closer and closer towards winter here. This means the brood development will slow down greatly due to the cold climate. Unlike the more common species like Myrmecia and Camponotus, Myrmecia are solitary hunters, meaning they hunt and retrieve food on their own. One of the more pretty species I have is Myrmecia piliventris. This queen has one worker and a small batch of brood. If you look closely, you can see a newly hatched larva. These bull ants are larger versions of Myrmecia pilosula, as they too can hop around to avoid predators. Myrmecia piliventris are medium-sized bull ants that are fairly common where I live, and tend to have discrete dirt mounds at the base of grass clumps. Similar to piliventris, this Myrmecia fulvipes queen has a golden abdomen. Looking at the legs, it is quite easy to differentiate the species, as Myrmecia fulvipes has red legs, while piliventris has black ones. My fulvipes queen is struggling to raise her brood anywhere past the larval stage, and eats her eggs within a week of laying them. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments what your favourite ant species is. If you want to stay updated on all my colonies, be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post daily ant content.